Okay, so far in today's lesson, we have looked at lots of different 2D shapes and we've worked out how many vertices each of these shapes have. Remember, a vertex is where two lines on the shape meet. Now, the boy here is asking us a question. He's saying when working with 2D shapes, are the number of sides and the number of vertices always equal? So what he's saying here is, if a shape has 4 sides, does it also have 4 vertices? And if it has 6 sides, does it also have 6 vertices? Well, we know from our first question that our triangle had 3 sides. Can you remember how many vertices it had? Yes, it had 3, didn't it? So therefore, yes, a triangle has an equal number of vertices and sides. Both of them are 3. And then we looked at a pentagon. Now, how many sides does a pentagon have? Yes, a pentagon has 5 sides. And can you remember how many vertices it had? Yes, it also had 5, didn't it? So therefore, our triangle and our pentagon have an equal number of sides and vertices. But shall we look at some more shapes to see if he's correct? Because the girl's not sure, so I'm sure we can help him out. So here we have 3 shapes. We've got a square, a rectangle and a hexagon, and we're using these 3 shapes because we've already looked at a triangle and a pentagon. Now let's have a look at the first one together. So a square has how many sides? Well, we know that a square has 4 sides from yesterday's lesson. But how many vertices does it have? Well, I'm going to circle each of the vertices one by one and work out how many vertices there are on a square. So I've got 1, I've got 2, 3, 4. Now, am I missing any? No, I'm not. So therefore, a square, yes, has 4 sides and it also has 4 vertices. So just like our triangle and our pentagon, a square has an equal number of sides and vertices. Okay, let's have a look at the next 2. So we've got a rectangle and a hexagon. So what I'd like you to do is pause the video and have a think. How many sides does each of these shapes have and how many vertices do they have? Okay, year 2, so let's look together. Well, a rectangle, how many sides does a rectangle have? Well, a rectangle, yes, has 4 sides, just like a square does. And how many vertices has it got? Well, let's count together, okay? I'm going to circle them and I'd like you to count them with me. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Have I missed any? No, I haven't. So just like a square, a rectangle has 4 sides and 4 vertices. Okay, so all of the shapes so far that we've looked at have an equal number of sides and vertices. Now let's have a look at the hexagon. Now, how many sides does a hexagon have? Well, remember, hexagon has the letter X in it, just like the number 6 does. So therefore, a hexagon has 6 sides. Now, how many vertices does it have? Let's count together again. Are you ready? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have I missed any? Ah, yes, I have. I've missed the vertex that's going inwards. I can't forget that one, can I? So we've got 5 vertices so far. And if I circle the next vertex, we have 6 vertices in total. So look, our triangle, our pentagon, our square, our rectangle, and our hexagon all have an equal number of sides and vertices. Fantastic. Well done if you're able to spot that. Now, the boy is a little bit confused now because he has a shape here and the girl is telling him that the shape has 10 sides, which it does. But he thinks that the shape has 5 vertices because he's counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vertices. So there we go. He's got all of the vertices there, hasn't he? What do you think he has? Could you pause the video now and see if you think that this boy is correct, that this shape has 5 vertices? Okay, yeah, 2. Well, did you think this boy was correct? Oh, no, he's not, is he? He's forgotten. He's counted all of the vertices that are going outwards, but he hasn't counted the ones that are going inwards. So let's add those to our number of vertices. So far, we've got 5 vertices. If we add this one, we've got 6, we've got 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, have we got any more? No, we haven't. We've counted all of the vertices. All of the vertices that are going outwards and all of the ones that are going inwards as well. So therefore, he should have said, my shape has 10 vertices and it has 10 sides. So again, like the shapes that we've already looked at, our shape has an equal number of sides and vertices. So well done if you were able to spot his mistake. So what I'd like you to do now is pause the video and have a go at your first resource, which is called Year 2 Maths, 24th of February, Resource 1. And when you finish, come back to the video because we're going to do some more problem solving. Okay, Year 2. So let's have a look at our first problem solving question together. So our question says, Kian and Jal each have some shapes. So yes, they each have 3 shapes. Now we need to work out how many vertices do they each have. So we need to look at each of their shapes and then add the number, find the total number of vertices on all 3 of their shapes. Once we've done that, we have the question, who has the most number of vertices? So the key words in here are most number. So we're not looking for the person that has the least number of vertices. We're looking for the person that has the most. Okay, so I'm going to look at Kian. Now Kian has a circle to start. Now how many vertices does a circle have? Well, a circle has 0 vertices. Okay, there are no points where 2 lines meet, because remember, a circle only has 1 side. Okay, so he's got no vertices on his first shape. Let's check his second one. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's got 8 vertices on that shape. Let's check the next one. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you see how I'm highlighting each of the vertices to make sure that I do not count them more than once? So we've got 8 on the first shape and 5 on the second. So what I'd like to do now is add up the number of vertices on all of Kian's shapes together. And then when you finish with that, I'd like to look at Jal's shapes, find out how many vertices each shape has, and then add them all together again and work out who has the most vertices with all their shapes added together. Okay, so pause the video now and have a go. Okay, Year 2. So let's first of all add up Kian's vertices. So he had 8 on his first and he had 5 on his second. Now 8 plus 5 equals 8 plus 5. Let's try it. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So therefore, Kian has 13 vertices in total. But what about Jal? Let's count how many vertices he has. Well, in his first shape, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's got 5 on his first shape. And his second, oh, it's a triangle. So I wonder how many vertices this is going to have. Can you remember? Well, we've got 1, 2, 3. So he's got 3 for his triangle. So far he's got 5 and 3. What about the last shape? Well, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's got 4 on his last shape. So he's got 5, 3, and 4. Now, what is 4 plus 3 plus 5? I put the numbers in a different order. I don't know why. What is the answer to that number sentence? Well, what's 4 plus 3 firstly? 4 plus 3 equals 7. And then what's 7 plus 5? Well, let's do it together. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So therefore, Jal has 12 vertices. So even though Kian had the shape with 0 vertices, he's actually ended up with the most vertices. So therefore, Kian has the most vertices. Kian has 13 and Jal has 12. Fantastic. Well done if you're able to work that one out. Now let's have a look at our next problem solving question. So here we have a girl called Karen, and Karen wants to collect a total of 16 vertices. And she says, I need 2 hexagons and a triangle. Okay, now let's have a look at how many vertices the hexagon has. So we know that a hexagon has 6 sides, and we worked out earlier how many vertices it has, but let's just double check. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can you see how I'm highlighting them so I don't count them again? So our hexagon has 6 vertices, because remember, it has 6 sides and it has 6 vertices. Now, what about the triangle? Well, the triangle has 1, 2, 3 vertices. We already knew that, didn't we? So therefore, she's got the hexagon with 6 vertices and the triangle with 3 vertices, and she thinks she needs 2 hexagons and 1 triangle to total 16 vertices. So now what I'd like you to do is pause the video and have a go at adding up the number of vertices she will have in total with 2 hexagons and 1 triangle. Okay, so to work out how many vertices she would have in total, well, she would have 2 hexagons. So if one hexagon has 6 vertices, we need to do 6 plus 6 to work out how many vertices she would have with 2 hexagons. So we need to do 6, add 6, and then what is 6 add 6? What is double 6? Well, double 6 equals 12, doesn't it? 2 times 6 or 6 times 2 equals 12. And then she needs to add on the number of vertices for a triangle. So she's got her 12 for her 2 hexagons, and she needs to add how many? 3 for the triangle. So she needs to do 12, add 3, which equals 12, 13, 14, 15. So she would have 15 vertices if she had 2 hexagons and a triangle. So therefore, is she correct? Well, no, she's not, is she? Because she wants to collect a total of 16 vertices. So therefore, she is not correct. So no, Karen is not correct. 2 hexagons and a triangle would total 15 vertices. Now, here's a question for you. What can we change the triangle for to make sure that she does have 16 vertices? So instead of having 3 vertices on our shape, we now need to have 4 because we need 1 extra vertices. What shape has 4 vertices? Oh yes, we could use a square or we could use a rectangle. Fantastic, well done. That was an extra little extension question for you. So brilliant, well done in today's lesson, Year 2. You've been fantastic. So what I'd like you to do now is have a go at the 2 problem-solving questions that are similar to the ones we've just looked at, which you'll find on your resource, Year 2 Maths, 24th of February, resource 2, okay? And I will see you in our next maths lesson. Bye.